Hello, friends, and whoever is watching this. This is Jay the Zoomster talking about um, the Apple Creator Studio because, as you can see, according to the Mac App Store right here, I have purchased it. Um, I have a trial currently for um, a month until the this is not the right one. I have a trial, yeah, right here till February 28th that will renew for the $29.99 a year offer. Um, so why does Jay the Zoomster have it? I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see what the deal was with the Apple Creator Studio. Had a free trial. Um, and I know Aiden's made a couple videos sometimes where he'll talk through just kind of just rambling about some stuff. If anyone's curious about, because I've been working with the apps for a couple days now, to kind of go over. So as you know, Creator Studio, Apple subscription service for all the apps that I use and like a lot. Um, but I already own these apps. So it's kind of like, what's Jay the Zoomster doing with the Apple Creator Studio? Well, I don't know, but we're gonna find out because there's some cool stuff and some stuff that I didn't think about before now that I actually find a little bit valuable with Creator Studio. First off, the thing is I don't believe Apple. Apple says that Final Cut Pro and Motion and Logic Pro are going to continuously be available, um, just forever, purchasable. And I truthfully don't buy that. I think that it is likely that either eventually they stop allowing them to be available forever to purchase by themselves, or we are going to get to a point where the new stuff is going to come out and it's not going to um, it's not going to have new stuff, right? You know, there'll be a new update that's only on the Creator Studio, and I don't want to be left down the dust when that does happen, and so I just feel like it's going to happen at some point. The other thing is, and something that I didn't take into account when I first started thinking about it, is I've been paying for Final Cut Pro for iPad for quite a while. I like the iPad app. I use it very often, just for like minor quick edits and stuff. Whenever I want to use some type of editing and I'm not at the computer, don't want to get on the computer. Um, and there's also Logic Pro for iPad, which I haven't used a lot, but is pretty cool. And I thought about getting, but I didn't want to pay for it. And there's a new release of Pixelmator Pro on iPad now. And that's really cool to me because the idea of designing thumbnails on the iPad with the Apple Pencil is actually sick as hell. And I think that's a really, really cool idea. So Final Cut Pro for iPad was $5.99. Logic Pro for iPad was $5.99 a month. Together, that's about $12 a month. This is $29.99, and it completely erases Final Cut Pro for iPad and Logic Pro for iPad. You cannot get those by themselves for iPad now. They have to come with the Apple Creator Studio. And so when you take that into account, I kind of don't mind paying for the Apple Creator Studio, being able to have the access to those three iPad apps, at least Final Cut Pro for iPad and Pixelmator Pro for iPad. I 100% fully plan on using and definitely use. And Logic Pro for iPad, I could even see myself using as well. So what's different? In Final Cut Pro, aside from the new features that Aiden's probably already heard about, and I don't know if Zach has heard about, but there's nothing really crazy as far as new features here. I think you can about Final Cut Pro. This is just part of Apple Creative Studio. They now have managed subscriptions right there, which is kind of cool. There should be like a what's new in Final Cut Pro. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So of course they're gonna talk about the Apple Creative Studio. Transcript search. Quickly search through all dialogue and pinpoint words and phrases by entering a description using natural language. Mac with Apple Silicon required. Visual search. Easily locate visual moments in your footage, including objects and actions using natural language search. And then beat detection, which is pretty cool. And I'll probably try out beat detection. It's something that a bunch of other softwares have had before already, so Apple's finally adding that to Final Cut Pro. And there's a complete feature list, but this is all the cool stuff. So this is really cool actually, because now you can type in snow and it will show you everything with snow, and you can type in person or people, and now you have everything with people in it. You could do street light, and then now you have everything with street light in it, or just light, and now you have everything with light in it. And it's really cool. It's really neat. And I feel like for a lot of big projects, it'll make it easier to start sorting them, because say now I want everything with light to be properly looked at, then you just start assigning audio roles or video roles right here, and just do whatever you need. You could probably tag it as well, so that's cool. Not sure if it's like subscribe to a subscription service cool, but you don't have to, because in the normal Final Cut Pro it was also included in an update. But in the future, that's kind of what I'm worried about. There are some new transitions and effects that they added, but they're kind of like movie maker core. It's kind of the issue with anything Apple puts out as far as like presets and things, is they're always very movie maker core. You can kind of see something similar over here with the dynamic titles that they put out now, like this list title, or this lower third, or this title. It's like they're fine, but they're not like, if they're gonna like try and have like premium presets and titles as being something that makes you want to keep subscribing, I think they really need to go ahead and have something cooler to like eliminate the idea of like FX Factory being something that people are gonna do, because like I've got a lot of transitions from FX Factory that are like really cool. That there was this community colorful editorial, like what are we, like all of these I'm sure can be cool if they're used properly, but they're just kind of like what like, oh yeah, let me put this in my professional project and see what happens. And these are old. This is like kind of a news one that could be, I'm getting sidetracked. I was trying to show the like the 8-bit collection. Like this, it's like wow. And then if we were getting stuff kind of like this, I could see the idea of kind of like charging for it. But as of right now, it's kind of bland and a little mid, as far as I'm concerned with the presets. So maybe they'll do something new. I don't know. Final Cut Pro remains Final Cut Pro. Next, there's motion. And motion is a lot like Final Cut Pro, to where nothing really new happened or changed to it. It is sort of just Apple Motion being motion. I think the biggest new update was they added magnetic mask to Apple Motion, which is really cool, because it was something that you almost felt like should have been in there. It reminds you of like how Adobe After Effects has had the masking tool for so long, and now Premiere Pro has it. So it was kind of one of those things like, why weren't these already intertwined together for a while? So we can do what's new in motion. Check it out. Yeah, it's just two things. It's or one thing really, because it's talking about the Creator Studio. It's magnetic mask, and that's cool. I'm okay with having magnetic mask in Apple Motion. They changed the UI of Apple Motion just a little bit. Kind of like rounded some corners. Nothing really major has changed. Apple Compressor has absolutely nothing new to it. This is what? Wait, well, hold on. What was that? What did that say? About Apple Compressor? Yeah, 2003 to 2026. So this is 23-year-old software, and it does everything that it needs to do. In fact, if you go to what's new in Compressor, yeah, I guess Apple immersive video packaging. So now you can make videos for the Apple VR headset. Now, Pixelmator Pro, this is the cool one. This got a lot of new features. So it got a complete design overhaul. So if you go to like create a new document, it's now got the Apple like liquid ass type thing where you kind of see it. And I kind of like that. I'm wondering if that's going to come to like Final Cut Pro, and other software, I feel like it's gonna be a little. I feel like if they start bringing magnetic glass or not magnetic glass, liquid glass to Final Cut Pro and some of the other pro apps, I think it's gonna be a controversial change. But I don't know. I could kind of be with it. I think it's cool. Makes it feel more like the Mac ecosystem. But if you go to what's new in Pixelmator Pro, this is what I thought was really cool. You got warp tools and mockups, all new liquid glass design, Pixelmator Pro for iPad. So a lot of cool things that you can get. But the new mockups are really cool because this is stuff that like when I was taking graphic design class was something that was pretty difficult to do. We had like a whole lesson on mockups. But now, say you got this T-shirt design right here, and you just kind of have to like replace from photos, replace from files, which is really cool because it's like already like masked out like that for you. So if I wanted to replace from files, I could come over here and what do I want to do? What's sucks.png, just replace it right there. And now you can kind of like skew it out and it's like already going to be mocked up like where it would need to be. And there you go. Cuz beforehand learning how to do this in Photoshop, it was annoying. You had to like warp in and be very careful about it. But now it it ain't like that. It's not something that you actually have to like super duper work on and take a lot of time doing for. And I think that could be really really cool for a lot of these mock-ups. Same with like MacBook Pro mock-ups, can mock-ups, stuff like that. Like this can one's probably gonna be crazy. Hold on, let me check this shit out. Where's it gonna let me apply it to? Yeah, right here. Replace from files. All right, so it's replace from files and drag this in. There you go. Now it like immediately like you've got Sprunk now. And that's so cool because that would have taken so much time and effort. And a lot of people are still probably going to want to do that, but I don't know. I think that's really really cool and a really like neat idea because I remember in the graphic design class how fucking annoying this project was of like trying to figure out how to do mock-ups. And there's a lot of cool other ones too. There's book covers which are really cool because they like fit it in nicely. Um, just so many cool ones. App Store like templates, like trying to design this like it's a pro feature app, but it's kind of got that ease of access, ease of use stuff that Apple likes to do all the time, and I think that's really cool. A lot of these templates were included, but these mockups are brand new and they're really neat. I'm not sure if they are Apple Creator Studio required. Because I've just completely updated all my apps to be like this. I'm just using the Creator Studio now. But no, that stuff is quite neat. I think it's really cool. The type of stuff you can do with that. So next up we have Logic Pro. And Logic Pro is pretty cool because it's on the iPad now included with that. And I haven't used Logic Pro on the iPad, but it looks lit. But there's like a new sound library. At least I think it's new. I'm like pretty sure it is. Yeah, sound library. Browse Logic's premium ever-expanding library of sound packs and then easily install or delete a pack at any time. There's also a new synth player. So these things are added in normal Logic, but the sound library is exclusive to the Creator Studio, which is kind of cool. It gives you kind of a reason to want to get the Creator Studio version because you've got all this stuff like the 8-bit Legends chiptune pack. I was abysmal and sounds like ass, but you never know. If this could be stuff that's really cool if you want to learn more into synth stuff and everything like that. I don't know how interesting this will be for me, who is more of a Logic Pro for just kind of a DAW situation, but it could still be interesting. As far as like UI, Logic Pro has remained Logic Pro. There's nothing super crazy and different about it. So that's the Apple Pro suite. I mean, if you guys want to see main stage, I can show you main stage, but I don't have any use for main stage. This is like the one thing in the Apple Pro thing. I owned a copy of it beforehand, anyways, that I will never use. Um, I don't even really know what main stage is, to be honest. The Ultimate Live Rig main stage brings your music to the stage with a full screen interface optimized for live performance, flexible hardware control, and a massive collection of plugins and sounds. So it looks like it's like live concert equipment. Yeah. So this is just for like, oh, I did not mean to go full screen. What the hell? Oh, okay. So it looks like you're just kind of like when you're playing the guitar, you can control stuff like that. This would be a cool iPad app. I don't know what this is doing on Mac OS. But yeah, I'm not touching main stage. Uh, I have absolutely no use for it. But what about, so that's it for Apple's creator apps. You got Final Cut Pro, Motion, Compressor, Pixelmator Pro, and Logic Pro. Like these are your bread and butter of all you're going to be doing for video content creation. Okay, so what are these things right here? Well, these are the Office suites. So you have your iconic stuff like Pages, Keynote, Numbers. I use Pages a lot. This is my go-to for any school assignment where I have to write anything or things like that. I don't write scripts on here, but I could start. So, what's new in Pages that I find interesting? Not much, but they do have some premium templates that I think are cool. A lot of cool document titles that you can do, muted schedules, green book achievements, blue banners. This is the stuff that's like not super cool, because these are free apps. But who knows? Maybe Apple's gonna make it so you have to pay for your spreadsheet and slideshow apps. So nothing really crazy with Pages. I just typically use it to write any assignments I do. It's my Word alternative. Let's check out Numbers. This is your Google Sheets spreadsheet difference. Colorful budget, branding, modern budget. I could find myself using some of these. Would I pay for Apple Creator Studio just for these templates? Hell no. But they're cool that they come with it, and it kind of gives it feels like a bonus that you're getting some of this stuff and the AI features that come with it. In fact, let's check out what's new in Keynote. Advanced image creation and editing, premium content and themes, build presentations with AI. Ooh. How do you do that? How do you build a presentation with AI? Premium. Generate. Interesting. Okay. What's this going to do? Hold on. I don't know what. Intelligent content creation. With Apple Creator Studio, you can generate content using powerful intelligence. Your data is never used for training. That's neat. Overview. Briefly describe the subject and goal of your presentation. Okay. Presentation about the benefits of smoking reefer. Final Cut Pro. Key points. Faster, epicer, has good UI, cheaper than Adobe, epicer than DaVinci. Okay. And then let's generate it. Send to OpenAI. Will be sent to OpenAI to generate slides. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Generating slides. Wow, they really have AI optimized slideshow creations now. I don't know how long this is going to take. Oh, they're generating on the side. I didn't even see that. Done. Important info for accuracy. Okay. Benefits of using Final Cut Pro. An overview of its advantages. All right. Agenda. Faster performance, epic creative tools, intuitive user interface, cost-effective compared to Adobe, superior to DaVinci Resolve. Faster performance, epic creative tools, intuitive user interface, cost-effective compared to Adobe, superior to DaVinci Resolve. So is it not going to fill out the slides? Is it just going to... Oh, yeah. Okay. What's this going to do? Is it going to, like, type on this slide? Or what's going to happen? Generating presenter notes. Oh. Riveting. Hold on. Interesting. No fixes found. Generate an image. User using Final Cut Pro. Okay. Applying prompts and options. This is fucking crazy, bro. This is nuts. This is like a Canva replacement at this point with the AI tools and shit. Wow, students are really gonna be cheating in school using their fucking AI fucking slideshow creations. Yep, here's the AI generated image that goes with the intuitive user interface. All right. Thanks, Keynote. Very cool work with the slideshow. That was neat. Interesting. What's new in numbers? Let's see. What's new in numbers? Advanced image creation and editing, premium content, magic fill. Automatically fill empty cells and generate formulas based on pattern recognition. I feel like that's in like Google fucking Sheets though, right? Like Google like and Excel for since the 90s. Okay, I guess that's interesting. And I didn't check out what was new in Pages. Let's see. What's new in Pages? Advanced image creation, editing, premium content templates plus Apple's created. Okay, yeah. So nothing crazy new in Pages. But yeah, the main stuff is these apps, and then obviously the stuff on the iPad, which I think is really cool. So what is my verdict at the end of the day for the Apple Creator Studio? Well, I kind of like it. I've already talked about the cost-effective benefits of it and why I think that it is actually like way superior to everything else. Obviously, the main thing, if you're going to start as a creator in 2026, it is hard to not say use DaVinci Resolve because it's free. You get the audio editor, you get the like everything involved in it. You get except you don't get a photo editing app, but then you can use Affinity. You can use Affinity, and then that's also free. But here's the thing. You miss out on a lot of the AI tools if you don't purchase DaVinci Resolve. And I understand that DaVinci Resolve has the subscription option, which is cool, but I'm not entirely sure how much that costs. I'm looking it up right now. Okay, so it's $30 a month for DaVinci Resolve. And for everything, it's not that bad. It's about half the Adobe Creative Cloud. But honestly, if you're trying to get somebody into content creation in 2026 and you want a full suite, something that's not limited, and DaVinci Resolve is pretty packed for a free piece of software, but it is limited. You don't have access to the AI tools a lot of the time. You're missing a lot of some of the cool new stuff that gets announced and released. So as far as that's concerned, I mean, Apple Creator Studio is $12.99 a month. Like, that's good. And if you're a student, oh man, if you're a student, it is $2.99 a month. It's $30 a year. $30 for a year. And DaVinci is $30 a month, and Adobe is $70 a month. $70 a month. If you have a Mac or even just an iPad, and you can use the student discount, and or even if you just can't, $12.99, you get all of these apps. All of these. This is fantastic. This is legitimately, I think this is one of the best deals in video editing out there. Video editing, content creation, and everything. Because you also get the one thing that you don't get with DaVinci, which is Pixelmator Pro, which is a fantastic photo editor. It's my favorite. I've used Affinity, I've used Photoshop. I like this the most. And I think that's what's so cool about this. Now, somebody coming from owning all of these apps over, how does that make me feel? Well, on one hand, I did buy the Apple Student Bundle, which was $199, and you got everything, which was pretty cool because Logic Pro was $299, and Final Cut Pro was $299, and Compressor was $50, and Motion was $50. So that was $700 worth of software that you got for $200. So you were saving $498, which is really cool. And then I bought Pixelmator for another $50. So I've spent $250 on this software. So on one hand, it's like, yes, it kind of sucks, and there's no real reason for me to switch to the subscription. But for $30 a year, for having access to the iPad versions of 3 of the apps, which I think are really, really cool, and for any new AI features, because I have a feeling a lot of the AI features for a lot of these content softwares are going to be relegated to this Like if there's ever anything new, like generative fill for Pixelmator, which is the one thing I still go to Photoshop for. If they add that to Pixelmator, that's probably going to be covered in the subscription. That's what Affinity's been doing with their Canvas subscription. So I'm fully expecting that. And in regards to that, for $29.99 a month, I'm happy with the Apple Creator Studio. And I mean, maybe I change my mind before the end of my trial on February 28th, but I think as of right now, this is probably my new way to go just for those iPad apps. If I don't end up using them, I won't continue to subscribe. But again, I'm also fully expecting that Apple's going to do a rug pull and we will end up stuck with the subscription. So the verdict is I like it. I wouldn't say that everybody who's already purchased these apps should switch over. But if you haven't purchased every app, if you only purchased like one of them, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. If you've been pirating these apps, it's not bad at all because you're gonna get some stuff and it's just so cheap that it almost feels like you're like it almost feels like why shouldn't you do it, especially if you're trying to get into content creation and you have an Apple device. If you don't have an Apple device, obviously nothing fucking matters, but it's gonna get to a point now where they're gonna start selling this shit when you buy a Mac because they already do like 3 free months of they already do 3 free months of what is it, Apple TV when you buy a Mac. I swear, when the MacBook M5 Pros come out later this year, they're gonna probably give out like a year of Apple Creator Studio when you buy a new Mac. And I think that's cool, and I think that's a great idea. So, yeah, that's about it.